I'm Ian Baker, and today we're going to go over the 2019 Venture Sporttrek Touring Edition 343 VIK. This is an awesome travel trailer floor plan. It's reminiscent of a lot of times what we see in a fifth wheel, but they definitely have some really cool takes and very unique things they have done in here. To start off, the floor plan itself is a couples model. You have two large dual opposing slides right here, which allows for a center island in the kitchen, lets you have theater seating across from the TV, and a rear sofa. Let's start off with the door side or campside slide. Now you'll notice they give you freestanding table and chairs rather than a dinette, which in a floor plan like this I prefer. It's a little more high-end looking, a little more upscale. Also, you get some more room. It's easier to get in and out of a lot of times than what the booth is because it's not fixed. You can obviously move the chair around. The chairs themselves do have storage underneath. I know it's not a ton, but you can put like some placemats or some playing cards, something like that in there. Windows on both sides, not just right here where you would normally have it, but also on the side of the slide to help let in some natural light there as well. Two LED lights instead of one. A lot of times manufacturers just put one in, not the case here, so you have plenty of lighting there as well. You'll also see an electrical outlet in case you need to plug anything in while you're at the table. You also have a chair rail on the other side, so if you back the chair up, you have that rail there as its intended purpose, just pretty nice. Right over here is the entertainment system. The reason this sticks out so far is because on the back side you have an outside kitchen. We'll see that when we head out there. It's pretty cool. Blue accent light in here. But as you can see, folks, huge storage area right up top there. So not that you can put a ton of weight up there, but if you have like some sleeping bags, extra pillows, things like that, things that take up a lot of space, that may be a good spot for them. You'll notice the TV front and center as it should be. As I mentioned, that is directly across from that from the theater seating there. Underneath is your fireplace. Cool thing about that fireplace is not only does it look nice, but more importantly, it's a big space heater. The thing I like about that is that, if it's just starting to get a little bit chilly, maybe at night or in the morning, you can turn that on. As long as you have shore power, then this will do a good job of heating up this space without having to use your propane. Multimedia center right over here to the side that is hooked up to the TV. It's a DVD player. Also, it controls the speakers in here as well as outside and is Bluetooth capable. You have storage on both sides as well. You can see that right there. Same thing on the other side. This one has one cubby hole because you have the multimedia center there. This one, of course, has the two. Along the back is your tri-fold sofa. So again, this is a nice floor plan for a living room setup because you can have guests over, you have places to sit. If you want to lay down and watch TV, you can do that. It's not a huge couch as far as length. It's a two cushion, so more of a love seat, I guess you would say. But if you want to put your feet up just like so, I'm 6 foot. As you can see, I can still, kind of be able to lay here to watch TV. But because it is a tri-fold, it does fold out into a bed where you can fairly comfortably sleep two adults, which is pretty great. Also, if you want to, have like a drink or something on both sides, you have end tables, so you have a place to set that down, cubby holes underneath, and electrical outlets there as well. Again, windows on both sides here, as well as a big picture window out the back, so you have a good view there. LED light up top, and once again, storage along the top here. It has a nice frosted glass on there as well. Coming over to the other side, this is the dual theater seating. So this is obviously the most comfortable seat in the house. Thomas Paine collection here. You have a cup holder in the middle, one on each side as well. If you come up and take a look at the cup holders, these are pretty cool. They have a couple different options on here. The first one is a light. So you have a light in here as well as underneath. You touch that, just kind of helps a little aesthetic here. Also, it has massage feature. So if you want to wind down after a long day, you can hit that. You also have a heat feature on here again. So as I mentioned, if it's that cold night, and you just kind of want to relax a little bit, you can grab a little blanket, snuggle up, turn the fireplace on, turn the heated seats on, and it'll do a pretty good job of keeping you toasty again without having to turn on the propane. There's also a lock feature on here, so if you have grandkids coming over or your children, whatever it may be, you can lock it out so they're not sitting there messing with your chair. I know my 3-year-old loves to do that. Anytime she can touch a button, she will. So having the lock feature is cool too. A window right up above here. You'll also see the storage right up top. Again, frosted glass. Once again, two LED lights up top there, so you have plenty of light. Stepping into the kitchen, gorgeous solid surface countertops. It is kind of a modern cut on here, which I like. Again, having the solid surface is not only great in the kitchen because of easy cleanup, but also the look and aesthetic. Plus, it allows for an undermount sink, so you can have the flush sink top covers on here. When I take those out, that'll reveal your undermount sink. It is a double bowl stainless steel. The bowls are fairly deep as well. A lot of times manufacturers will have shallow bowls here, but you know, the deep bowls are obviously much more usable for some of your pots and pans. And then you have the high-rise pull-out faucet as well, which again just makes washing and rinsing dishes a little bit easier. Right back here, we'll take a look. This one is a drop-down. Because you have the sink kind of in the way, the very corner here, they just made this one a drop-down. The other three are full extension ball bearing drawers, so plenty of room for your flatware, larger utensils, everything else you need there. Underneath the sink itself, the one here is perfect for a trash can. They didn't put any shelves in there. I love that. Little bit of storage over to the side. Another cool feature, if you take a look at the side right here, you'll have these on both sides. There's actually a little spot right here to put your fingers. You can open that up just like that. It's a hidden storage compartment there on both sides of the kitchen island. You know, really just utilizing the space. I think that's a pretty cool design. You have two electrical outlets up front there as well in case you need to plug anything in, whether it's a blender, toaster, you know, electric griddle, whatever else you're plugging in, you have the capability to do it. Pantry right here, adjustable shelves. You can certainly appreciate that. Norcold fridge freezer right next to that. Stainless steel on here. You can see you have plenty of space in here, folks. This one does run off both propane and electric and also has automatic switchover. Microwave up top, hood underneath, and then you have the recessed cooktop with the glass cover here. You have the decorative backsplash right behind it, but this also folds up. The glass doubles as a backsplash. As I mentioned, that'll open up to your 3 burners. Right here, you'll see the knobs do light up with this little button here. You know, you can turn them off if you want. Just kind of gives it a neat look, though. And then when you open the oven up there, you can see that it gives you space to bake as well. This control that controls these knobs also turn that inside light on and off. So, you know, if you need to take a quick peek in there, you can pop it on. Right underneath that, they didn't waste any space here. They give you a drawer rather than just a drop-down door. So that way you can easily access your pots and pans here without having to get down on your hands and knees. Across the way, you have the kind of like a hutch right here. You'll see again that decorative kind of backsplash right there. You have electrical outlets on both sides. Storage along the top, frosted glass in the center, the wood look on the sides. I'll just kind of open that up to give you an idea of how that looks. There is a light in there. I don't currently have it on, but you do have the blue light there. Storage underneath here as well. You have storage on that side. You have storage here on this side. And then if you come around the corner right here, you'll also see that you have a little bit of storage right here. Open that up for you. You can see that storage compartment. And you have this right here. Again, another hidden storage area. You pop open the side of this. You'll see you have dual USB ports and an electrical outlet right up top there so that we have a place to charge your cell phones. Take a quick look at the ceiling. I do want to touch on just a couple things. Of course, LED lights as you'd expect. Some speakers here, ducted AC. You also have a skylight right over there, as well as a vent right over here. You can see the vent right in the main living area. That's tucked away there too. And the last thing I do want to touch on is this right here. Right in front of the entryway, folks, is a motion censored light. So that way, if you want to turn the rest of the lights off, you can just turn on this motion censored one. So as soon as you come in, just that one turns on for you. If you take a step into the bathroom here, you'll see the foot flush lever toilet right down here. Porcelain bowl on here, folks. Plenty of room, both for the legs as well as the shoulders. I'm pretty wide in the shoulders here, and I have plenty of room to kind of bounce back and forth. One of the things I do want to touch on, I think is really cool that Sporttrek added for the 2019 model year is this right here. It is the Level Mate Pro. I know it doesn't look like much, but basically what you do is you hit a button here. It uses Bluetooth. It'll connect to your smartphone where you download an app, and it will show you how level the RV is. The reason I really like that is because, you know, not only is it easier than using a level itself, but also you can turn that on, and as you're backing up this travel trailer into your spot, it'll show you kind of how level that campsite is. So you can kind of, you know, go back and forth a little bit and pick the most level spot before you start blocking it and everything else. So I think that's, again, a pretty nice feature to have on there. Right up top, you'll see a little bit of extra storage there. And then across the way, mirrored medicine cabinet up top, storage behind that. You have a big countertop in here. This is something you often aren't afforded in travel trailers, is all this extra space on the side. I certainly like that. Especially, you know, you still have a decent sized sink here too, definitely usable. Electrical outlet over here to the side. You'll see your tank monitoring panel right there that will have your water pump control as well as your water heater, which does run off both LP and electric. You can turn both those on at the same time for faster recovery. And then a tiny bit of storage there underneath. Over to this side here is the shower. It has this shower door built in. It's nice and simple. It just comes right here and hooks. And then you just unhook it and it slides right back up. That is mold and mildew free, so you won't have to worry about mold or anything when it rolls back up. It's all good. It's built to do it. You will see the hand wand here to make showering easy. It is a larger than normal shower in a travel trailer too. A lot of times the neo angle, not the case here. I can easily spin around in this shower, which a lot of times you cannot. Some small shelves along the side, you know, again, I wish they were a little bit bigger. If you have a big bottle of shampoo, it's not going to fit there, but smaller ones probably will. Then up top is a skylight. Folks, I'm 6 foot. As you can see, I have plenty of space even without the skylight. But even if you're a really tall person, you shouldn't have much of a problem here taking a shower. Not only is the living room great in the 343, but you will also see you have a big master bedroom here, including a slide-out king bed, which again is something that's fairly rare in a travel trailer. This is 70 inches wide by 80 inches long, so you don't have to worry about your feet hanging off the end, and you still get big storage underneath, which is strut supported, so it is easy to access. If you take a look right over here, you'll also see a big wardrobe right there. You have the hanging rod, of course, up top, so it gives you a big place to easily hang up clothes. Right here on the wall, I know it's kind of minor, but this is pretty neat, just something they threw in. You know, your first camping trip, whatever, you can put a little picture of the family right there. Just a nice little touch. Right up front, you will see the storage across the top. There is an LED light underneath I don't currently have on there, but you have a window right underneath that. Shelves on both sides. I like the fact the shelves are high enough that if you wake up in the night or you try to roll over, you're not going to hit them, which is great. You'll see you have electrical outlets on both sides. The one side has dual USB ports there too. Right up front, again, is something you don't see very often in a travel trailer. I've seen it in a fifth wheel or two, but again, not in a travel trailer. It's pretty great. You'll see the bench seat here. So this gives you a spot. You know, you can just kind of sit down, makes it easier to put your pants on or your socks on there in the morning. It has some pillows here. You know, it's not a great space to lay down. Maybe if you're a child, something like that. You know, if you have a smaller kid, grandkid, you want to have them take a nap. It's a good spot to have them take a nap, quick and easy. On both sides here, we'll open this up. You'll see, again, wardrobe space on either side, which is pretty fantastic. Another thing I do want to show right here, you do have access. Can't quite get my finger in the hole there, but you'll see you do have access to the pass-through storage here as well. In the event that you need to reach in there for something, you, again, can get in there. Right up top, storage on both sides. You'll see the blue accent lights there. Open storage right here in the center. Again, this side is a wardrobe. Another thing I did forget to mention, you'll notice right back here you have shelves. You also have electrical outlets and USB ports there. And then, of course, the big front window we saw. That does a gorgeous job of letting in the light if you want it to. Of course, you can close it down so you're not waking up super early in the morning. Here at the foot of the bed, this is pretty great. Window up top. You'll see you have a spot right here to put a TV. The connections are there. So if you want TV in the bedroom, you can certainly have that. One of my favorite parts, though, is this right here, which is a fireplace in the bedroom. I know a lot of people like, Ian, this is overkill, but there's two things I like about it. One, it is raised up. So even if you're lying in the bed, you can still view the fireplace. You know, it's not on the floor where you're missing it. But most importantly, folks, is the fact that this will do an awesome job of heating up the room. You close the door right here. This will be all you need to keep you nice and toasty at night. You have cubby holes on both sides. You'll see right underneath you have a little bit of storage right there. 2 pull-out drawers. And then you'll also see underneath there's a cutout. So that way if you have like some house slippers or something you want, or just your shoes, you can store them right underneath there. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on this Sporttrek Touring Edition 343 VIK. Right here's the power tongue jack. Makes it a lot easier to hook up and disconnect from your tow vehicle. Simply flip the switch here to raise and lower the tongue. You also have a light on there for some additional visibility at night. Right behind there you have your 2 30-pound propane tanks with the cover. So that way it's nice and easy to get in there. Just undo the 2 thumb screws, lift up the door, gives you access. Behind that, you will see rails there for your battery as well as a battery disconnect. Now, if you take a look up above that, on the front, you have this beautiful front cap. It does wrap over to give you that added insulation value. Also help keep water out of there. That big window on the front gives it a very clean look, as well as I mentioned, inside let in some light. Then you have the LED light going across the top there as well. Coming around to this side is solar prep. If you want solar, simply buy portable panels, plug it in right there, and it'll trickle charge your battery. The pass-through compartment has a covered hinge, so you don't have rust coming down the door. It also is the key-alike system, meaning that the keys are unique to this RV. So someone with a 751 key, which is the common key for the majority of RVs out there for all your storage compartments. Can't come over here and open up your pass-through. You'll also see it's a slam latch and magnetic, so you can put it up there just like so. If we do take a look inside there, you will see that this is that same storage area I showed you that was underneath that bench seat. You have a motion sensor light in here, as well as the switch to control that LED light up front. Something else that's pretty unique, if you take a look right over here, you'll see this one has power stabilizer jacks, but you have a control for each individual jack. Most of the time, one control will operate the front two. Here, each jack, again, has its own individual control. Bear in mind, those are stabilizer jacks, not levelers. So you will want to make sure the coach is level. Again, you can use that unit inside to help you, but you can put these down nice and easy without having to crank them, and that will prevent your coach from rocking as you're walking inside. You'll see this one has not one, but two awnings on here as well. Touch button to roll those out. Same thing to have them go right back in. Both of those do have LED lights on them. They are a little bit different style. This one is kind of your traditional power awning right here. The one on the slide, because we had a window there, as well as the outside kitchen, they went with the horizontal style awning, so it just comes straight out. It's pretty neat. You'll also see there's two speakers underneath the power awning. Those are connected to that multimedia center inside, but that unit is Bluetooth capable. And then you'll see the gorgeous frameless windows. Not only do these look a lot nicer, but also the seals are tucked behind the glass here, so it's not getting beat up nearly as badly by the elements. And because the way they tilt open, it allows you oftentimes to have them open while it's raining, so it doesn't get all stuffy in the camper, and you're also not getting a bunch of water in there. Right over here is the solid step system. These are kind of the latest and greatest in the RV industry. When it comes to steps, rather than having your normal traditional pull-out steps where they're bouncing around, folks, these are very solid steps. You can see me hopping up and down here. I'm over 200 pounds and these steps are barely moving. Aluminum treads on there as well, so it won't rust, and you have the grips on there. Plus you have the grab handle right here, so you do have good control when entering or exiting. It's the bigger foldable grab handle. As we take a look at the back, this of course is your outside kitchen. As I mentioned, this is on the other side of that entertainment center. The thing I love about this is this right here, you get the larger style refrigerator, so you have plenty of room for your condiments and beverages out here. A little bit of storage up top, plenty of room for some paper plates or solo cups. You have prep space right here. You also have TV hookups if you want TV. Sink with the faucet there, little drop down sponge tray. A drawer, good spot for some plasticware. And then right over here is your 2-burner cooktop in case you want to do some cooking. Now this will plug in to the propane quick connect, which is right down there. Bear in mind, folks, in the event that you don't want to use the cooktop, if you have your own little grill or something you want to use, you can set it up right here, still plug it in there, and you will be good to go. Here are the two rear controls, again, for those rear stabilizer jacks, and an electrical outlet in case you need to plug anything in. On the very back of the camper is your bumper. Notice how the bumper does have the end cap, so you can pop it off, gives you a spot to store your sewer hose. But mounted to that is your carrier rack. I love when manufacturers put these on because it comes from them. It doesn't void any warranty or anything, obviously. You can drop these down. You can put totes on there. You can put wood on there, coolers, bikes, whatever you want. It's just an excellent extra storage space to have. Underneath, it's also worth noting this one does have a fully enclosed, insulated, and heated underbelly. And mounted on the back right here is your ladder. In order to climb up on the ladder, you do need to drop the rack down, so the ladder can drop down and safely attach right here. But it is a fully walkable roof, so you can get up there for any kind of maintenance, or if you need to get up there to brush any pine cones and things like that off. You'll also see right there in the top center is your backup camera. Having the backup camera backup camera prep rather. Having the prep makes it easier to have the camera installed in the event that you want it installed in there, because it'll save you some money on labor. Right over here to this side are your cable and satellite inlets, and then right on the back is your freshwater inlet. So if you're going camping somewhere where you don't have city water hookup, you'll want to make sure you fill up the fresh tank. Right here on the off-door side, you'll see that you have your 50 amp detachable power cord, which will plug right into there. You'll also see your city water inlet right underneath. You have a little light on here in case you're hooking up or disconnecting at night, and an outside shower with both hot and cold water access. Making our way up a little bit further, here is a black tank flush to help wash anything out that doesn't get dumped out of your black tank with gravity. You simply hook a hose up to that. And then right over here, we'll open this up. As you saw, this one doesn't have the largest pass-through, but they help make up for it with storage right here. This is underneath your king bed, but it does give you an extra storage point. All right, folks, that wraps it up. Again, this is the 2019 Sporttrek 343 VIK. This one is a touring edition. If you're interested in this gorgeous travel trailer and you'd like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.